Hey, Shalom Yasharala, which means peace, Israel. I'd like to start off by giving our praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahach Wadash, Yahweh. That would be the true and powerful mighty name of who the world ignorantly calls God, Jehovah, Yahweh, or Ahia. Bahashem means in the name, Yahweh Shai. That's the true and powerful mighty name of who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, Yeshua, Yeshua, or Yeshaya, and the Rahach Wadash is the Holy Spirit, according to the ancient Paleo Hebrew tongue. I would like to give them double honors unto the apostles and elders, a great millstone who I've learned the truth of the Bible from. And peace, blessing, safety, and salutation unto the hopeful elect and to you believers and listeners out there that came back into the faith and obedience of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. Much love and respect unto you, brothers, pushing this gospel in sincerity and truth, risking your lives and freedom now more so than ever. May Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai continue to bless you and your households. On the brother Yawam coming back at you with another lesson. Lord willing is edifying to the Lord's elect. All right, and just want to go into, we need to get this oil while we can, man, because time is running out. Okay, and I want to open up with the book of Amos, chapter 8 and verse 11. Behold, the days come, said the Lord Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst of water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, and shall not find it. And that day the fair virgins and young men shall faint for thirst. Right, and they thirst for the living waters. Okay, and there's going to be, actual famine of bread and water too, but it's emphasizing on a famine of hearing the words of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. Okay, so with that being said, prudent, evil. So with that being said, Proverbs 22 and 3, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. Right. So a prudent man, a man of wisdom, sees that time is running out and they're going to do all that they can to, get as much oil as they can, to please Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. But the simple, the foolish, they just going to, keep la-di-da, la-di-da. Okay, you get this oil by, staying locked in the spirit, by, reading, studying, going over the breakdowns, being a good brother, okay, watching the videos, man, okay, that goes into studying. But yeah, man, we need to lock in now more so than ever. All right, so let's go here. Give me a second, Baba Kashad. All right, I'm back. Okay, so let's go here to the parable where I got this lesson from in the book of Matthew, chapter 25. And I'm going to start up at the top. Okay, and I'm going to read the NLT version. Then the kingdom of heaven will be like 10 brides, it says bridesmaids, which is virgins, who took their lamp and went to meet the bridegroom. Virgins goes into a woman of a marriageable age, okay, or a woman that hasn't had, sexual relations. All right, verse 2. 5 of them were foolish, and 5 are wise. The 5 who were foolish didn't take enough olive oil for their lamps. Okay, hey, Proverbs 22, man, the simple pass on. Let's see. Yeah, the simple pass on and are punished, but the prudent foreseeth the even hiding himself. Okay, but the other 5 are wise enough to take along extra olive oil because they were prudent. Okay, because they know that, they was going to need as much as they can because they knew that what they already had wasn't enough. Okay, when the bridegroom was delayed, they all became drowsy and fell asleep. At midnight, they were roused by the shout, "Look, the bridegroom is coming. Come out and meet him." All the bridesmaids got up and prepared their lamps. The 5 foolish ones asked the others, "Please give us some of your oil because our lamps are going out." Right. They wasn't prudent enough. Okay. They was playing games. They didn't take this truth seriously. And they're going to get punished for that as we keep reading. But the others, verse 9, replied, we don't have enough for us all. Go to a shop and buy some for yourselves. But while they were gone to buy oil, the bridegroom came. Then those who were ready went in with him to the marriage feast, and the door was locked. Later, when the other 5 bridesmaids returned, they stood outside calling, Lord, Lord, open the door for us. But he called back, believe me, I don't know you. So, they wasn't prepared. Okay. They got left behind because they was playing games. They didn't take it seriously. And Yahushua, he not dealing with people like that. Okay, he's only dealing with those who, is taking this thing seriously and is doing all they can to fight for their salvation, because that's what we're in here for. Verse 13, so you too must keep watch, for you do not know the day or hour of my return. Right, so we got to be on our toes at all times. Don't be like them foolish virgins. Okay, you need to get as much as you can. Let's go here in Proverbs chapter 21 and verse 20. There is treasure to be desired, and oil in the dwelling of the wise, but a foolish man spendeth it up. Okay, just like those foolish virgins. Okay, the treasure and oil goes into this wisdom and knowledge. Okay, and we try to hoard as much of it as we can, because you can never have enough oil, enough wisdom. And we need scriptures commands us to get it as much as we can. This is Proverbs chapter 5 and verse chop slack your tongue tied. Proverbs chapter 4 verse 5. Get wisdom, get understanding. Forget it not, neither decline from the words of my mouth. Forsake her not, and she shall preserve thee. Love her, and she shall keep thee. Wisdom is the principal thing, therefore get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding. All right. So, that oil, man. We need that oil. We can't get onto the chariot, okay, unless we have this oil. All right, let's read it in NLT, Proverbs 4 and 5. Get wisdom, develop good judgment. Don't forget my words or turn away from them. Don't turn your back on wisdom, for she will protect you. Love her, and she will guard you, right? Because you're going to have the wisdom and the experience, and you're going to know what to do and what not to do. Getting wisdom is the wisest thing you can do. Y'all, you see? Getting wisdom is the wisest thing you can do. Point blank period, man. Then you can close the book on that, man. So, getting wisdom is the wisest thing you can do, and whatever else you do, develop good judgment. We need that, man. Okay, and you seek out the book of the Lord and read, man. Whenever you have downtime, let's go into it, man. Let's go into the book of Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, also known as the book of Sirach, chapter 38, verse 24. The wisdom of a learned man cometh by the opportunity of leisure, and he that hath little business shall become wise. So let's look up this word leisure. Leisure, free time. Okay, so we need to be using our time wisely. Okay, we ain't got that much time, so what we just read in Proverbs 4, getting wisdom is the wisest thing you can do. Okay, and the opportunity of getting wisdom is by your free time, how you use your free time. Okay, and he that have little business shall become wise. That's why Paul was like, if you don't have a wife, don't seek one, because if you have a wife, you're gonna have to be worried about the relationship and all that, versus if you're single, you can put all your focus to the ministry, man, to serving Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right. Verse 25, how can he get wisdom that holdeth the plow, and that glorieth in the goad, that driveth oxen, and is occupied in their labors, and whose talk is of bullocks? He giveth his mind to make furrows, and is diligent to give the kind fodder. Right. And then it goes on, you know, that, because it goes into different, fields of work, and, how these men are, mainly focusing on, they work and all that stuff instead of, trying to get wisdom. Okay. And there's nothing wrong with working and all that, but it's just use your time wisely, man. All right. Because, hey, how about Shimmy How Shy is finna come, he finna come close the doors on this place very, very soon, man. Okay. So, you need to read. Let's get that. Revelation chapter 1, verse 3. Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. Right. Holding on to that oil and not letting it spill, or, letting it leak out. Okay. And then you got to read, you got to study, man. Okay. You got to seek Yahweh Bashim Yahushua while he may be found. Because we coming to a time where, like I said, the famine of the word, we're not going to be able to, get on YouTube and watch these videos, or, go on the internet and, try to do research and all that. Nah, that time is coming to an end. That's why in these days that we in now is your best bet to utilize your time wisely. So I'm going to go ahead and end it there. I pray and hope that this lesson was edifying, giving our praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, HaKakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, blessing, safety, and salutation. Get this oil while you can. Shalom.